This one's C10H15 and it has 4 double bond equivalents. We have a C6H5 over here, it's an aromatic ring in the 7 to 8 region. We have a 2H broad. Now when we're choosing a 2H and we're wondering if it's going to be a CH2 or say an NH2, what we've got to consider is how many peaks there are and whether it's broad or not. Often NH, OH or NH2 groups are going to appear as single peaks because they don't couple to the adjacent hydrogens, and that's because these are hydrogens on atoms that aren't carbon atoms. So when you see a 2H broad, especially with the Br here, the Br will indicate that it's a broad peak and it's most likely an NH2. We have 1H here, that's going to be a CH. We've got two 2H's and those are going to be definitely CH2s. And then we've got a 3H, that's going to be a CH3. So these are the correct pieces. We can start putting them together. And we can get some clues about what's connected to what by looking at the multiplicities and also looking at the placement of the peaks. We know that the CH here has 6 peaks, which means it must have 5 adjacent hydrogens. That means that it is going to be adjacent to CH3 and a CH2. So that's 5 hydrogens for 6 peaks. The other thing we can look at is the placement of this CH group. One thing we notice in NMR is that whatever happens to be closest to the electronegative group tends to be furthest downfield. So out of this grouping of peaks here, I'd say that the CH is most likely the one that's closest to the nitrogen because it is furthest downfield of this group. So I'm going to go ahead and attach the CH to the NH2. The other CH2 can go over here in between the aromatic ring and this CH2 group, and that should complete the structure. Just to check and make sure that it is the correct structure, we can look at the CH3. We see it's got 2 peaks. That's because it's adjacent to 1 hydrogen, which it is. We already talked about the CH. If we look at these 2 CH2 groups, this CH2 group would be this one here because it's got 3 peaks, which means it's adjacent to 2 hydrogens. And the other one, this CH2, has 4 peaks because it's adjacent to 3 hydrogens. These two here and this one over here. So this should be the correct structure.